Hey guys, welcome to this first impressions here today on Tachometer.com. Today we're checking out Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thanks to the kind folk over at Microsoft Australia and Xbox Australia who provided this review code for us to check out. Today we get to sit down and just check out some of, just some flight training. You can play this with keyboard and mouse, but I'm playing with my launch Xbox One controller. I feel like it might be easy to play with controller at first, then actually going full keyboard and mouse, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to jump right into training. I don't have a lot of confidence in myself with this game, but we'll see how we go. I don't really have that much experience with flight simulator titles, or even simulation titles altogether. I lied. Truck simulator I do, but flight simulator seems like it's going to be an incredible experience once it launches this coming Tuesday, so make sure that you keep your eyes peeled on Tachometer.com for our review, our full written review, and our full impressions of the title.
Welcome to flight training. I'm your instructor, Captain Molina, but you can just call me Jess.
Sounds like Sissy Jones from Firewatch.
I've got the stick while you get your bearings.
Okay, cool. Control reference.
Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Ooh. Use left, right, up, down to translate the camera inside the cockpit. Ooh. Radio. Okay. Why is it telling me to use the keyboard? I'm using my Xbox controller. Oh. Okay, hold on, left. Up, down. The instructor's currently flying the aircraft. Yep. Okay. I guess I'm waiting. Madam, is there anything else you'd like me to do? Left. Oh, okay. Yep. To freely look around. Press. RS to reset the camera. Save a car. Okay, so you use a combination of both, I guess. Both the Xbox controller and the keyboard and mouse. Save custom. Okay. Alright. Yep. So get back to pilot view by pressing RS. Yeah, that's fine. Alt 1 to call your.
See if you can spot the Sedona airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
Hold X. Oh, okay.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Time to fly this bird.
Really?
Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
Rolling.
Nice. Now let's see you level back out. Good. Of course, the yoke also controls the elevator. And the elevator affects the plane's pitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pull back on the stick, the plane starts to climb. Give it a shot. The most valuable things in aviation are speed and altitude.
Right.
But notice, when you're pitching up, your speed is decreasing. You could add more power. Or for now, let's just pitch down. Just like that, your speed's picking up again as the nose pitches down.
Right.
If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when you cut all the power.
What? Decrease throttle to cut the engine. Throttle.
Surprise, surprise. Our altitude is decreasing.
Right. I'm heading towards.
This might be a good time for a piloting PSA. Always keep an eye on your surroundings, because nobody likes a low-flying duck. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle back up. There you go. Speed is increasing, and as long as we maintain the same attitude, our altitude will keep climbing too. You're really getting the hang of your controls.
Am I?
You can pass me the controls when you're ready to finish your session, or keep flying. It is a great day after all.
Before I do. Okay, there we go. I had to try that. Okay, there is a lot to it, I can tell you that much. So I went to use the controller because I thought that keyboard and mouse might be a little overwhelming to use, but I feel like that really doesn't matter at this point. Like, you're going to be using a combination of both anyway, so. Focus on instruments by pressing Control and
Take
1.
a look at the attitude indicator.
Yep.
As the name implies, it shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below. That orange element in the middle, aligned with the horizon, that's your plane. Just like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level. Okay, now let's see how much power the engine's generating. Check your tachometer. Looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute. Combined, attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance. Which leads us to your airspeed indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last but not least, check your altimeter. To figure out your altitude, you always want to read the small needle first. That's how many thousands of feet up you are.
Wow.
Then on to the big needle for the hundreds. With our current attitude and power output, we're holding a speed of 90 knots. And
There is a lot
altitude
to
is
this. Like, I
6,000
didn't
feet.
expect it to be this comprehensive.
There we go. Now that we know how to cruise, climb, and descend, let's talk about the turn attitude. Gently pull the yoke left or right to start rolling the plane. If you take a look outside, you can see how our attitude's changed, but you can also check your instruments for the details. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each. Use them to control your roll. Notice the more you turn, the more you need to pull back on the yoke to maintain altitude. When you're rolling out, you'll need to do the opposite. Roll and push at the same time. The more you know about the main attitudes of flight, the closer you get to that pilot state of mind. So keep practicing, and whenever you're done, pass me the controls.
Not bad. There is a little bit of a wonkiness to it, though. That I don't know. It keeps leaning. That could be the controller. I'm not sure, but I don't think it is. Where?
Pull back on the yoke.
Oh,
Line
Jesus.
up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. And we're airborne.
Oh my God, what was
Flying
that?
straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Okay. Climb 5,500. I need to go back. I need to go up. Okay, go over there. Uh, 75. Yeah, that's right. That's good. That's good. 75 knots.
5,500 feet. A nice, safe altitude for part 2 of our lesson. Straight and level flight. First step here is adjusting our attitude.
I'll adjust your attitude. My God, this is like this is awesome. But Jesus, this is a lot of work.
The way I was taught, when you adjust the trim, you make rough changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke. Then small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. That's the key to straight and level flight. It saves you from constantly pushing or pulling on the yoke.
How come I gotta keep turning it,
And
though?
that gives you more time to enjoy the ride. If you want more practice using the trim, go for it. Whenever you're ready to pass the controls, I'll be here. Okay, I have control. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Okay, look, I think it's great. It's very comprehensive. I think for what you're getting here, you're getting a really diverse, in-depth look at a simulation title that's going to really, really take over the market for, like, ultimately a comprehensive guide into how to actually steer a plane. My God, it really is something interesting. I had a little bit of trouble with my Xbox controller. It seemed like it was veering a lot to the left. I'm not sure whether that's actually just my controller, but I don't think it is, because this controller's been barely used. But it could just be the game kind of throwing me off a little bit, so that I make sure that I'm on track as well, which is really good. But other than that, I had a really good time in just learning so far, and I know that you can go anywhere around the world in-game, so it's definitely going to be an interesting take on flight simulation and everything else. I can't wait to actually get more into it. So make sure that you keep an eye out on our website. We're going to be having a full written review live on our website Monday afternoon, so make sure you keep your eyes out. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at @Gamers. You can follow myself on Twitter at @Gamer. Don't forget to follow our podcasts and everything else on -gamer.com.
-gamer.com